Hello everyone, welcome to Study IQ. Today we have with us Mr. Satyabrat Bandyopadhyay from West Bengal. Satyabrat has cracked multiple armed forces examination. He has cracked the CDS and has been finally selected as a gentleman cadet, and he will go for training soon. But apart from cracking this one exam, he has also cracked multiple examinations like CAPF, West Bengal Sub Inspector examination, RRB JE, and we are going to talk about all these exams with him, his journey of giving these exams, how he prepared sitting at home without joining any coaching institution, and how to give so many examinations and crack all of them. So today we welcome Mr. Satyabrat on Study IQ.
Hello, sir, and hello, all the viewers who are here and watching this video. Myself, Satyabrat Bandyopadhyay, and I hail from Bakuda, district Bakuda of West Bengal, and right now staying at Durgapur in West Bengal only.
So, Satyabrat, my first question to you will be tell us something about your education. Where did you study, and why did you decide on joining the armed forces?
Okay, so, sir, since my father, that is late Havaldar P. Bandyopadhyay, he was in the CISF. He was a training instructor and he trained officers in the academy. So, since I am from this paramilitary background, I have had the privilege of studying in multiple schools. To be exact, I've studied in 5 different Kendriya Vidyalayas. That is where my primary, secondary, and all the schooling started. I did my 10th and 12th from Kendriya Vidyalaya only. I scored CGPA 10 in my 10th standard, 85% marks in my 12th standard. And when I was just 10 years old, that is when I had decided that a uniform with stars is what I want to achieve in my life. And the prime motivation or the person who nurtured this dream of a little child was my father, who trained officers. And he was the person who told me that yes, this is not just a job that you are looking for. This is a way of life. That is a way of life that you do not achieve by just cracking an exam. That is a way of life that you choose to live throughout your life. So that is when I decided that okay, I'll go for the armed forces. And I did my graduation from Bardhaman University with mathematics honors, specialization in that. After that, I was preparing for these multiple examinations where my prime focus was on the uniformed service.
So you decided to give all these
Okay.
defense examinations, especially CDS, right? You would have gone for CDS first.
Sir, I also went for NDA when I had completed my 12th standard. I also wanted to appear for the NDA. So I went for this NDA in examination. Initially, I was not able to clear the NDA exam, but I got SSB entries for NA, two NA, Naval Academy, and one for technical entry scheme for the Army. I went there when I was just 18 years old. And unfortunately, I could not crack it back then, the SSB interview. I was not selected because I was having multiple responsibilities at home also. My father, Havaldar P. Bandyopadhyay, he was suffering from colon cancer. So we had certain things happening around. I was also busy doing multiple things. So I was not able to focus properly on that thing. But since I could not crack it, that did not stop me. My determination was fully strong. My willpower was fully strong. I knew that I'll do it someday. If not today, it will be tomorrow, but I'll do it. So I did my graduation. I completed it. The day I completed my graduation, my way was clear. I knew that CDS is something that I want to crack. I went in, although I failed in my first CDS attempt, but after that, I went on to clear 3 CDS examinations with a score of 157 marks in CDS 1 2019.
Satyabrat, you mentioned that your father passed away due to an illness, and it must have been difficult for you, your family, to carry on with things. And there is a lot of pressure on kids to start working at an early age if parents are not there, either of the parents is
Yeah.
not there. How did you cope up with that?
Okay, so, sir, my father, who was a Havildar in the CISF, he joined service at the age of 18, and he is an 8th pass, and my mother is a 10th pass. I am the first 12th pass of my family. So the day I passed my 12th standard with distinction, it was one of the biggest achievements for my whole family. It was the first milestone. But after that, after my father passed away, it was a big jolt to the family because everybody knows it is shattering. It shatters the expectations, the feelings of every person, and that impacted my mother, who has been a housewife throughout her life, and my sister, who was in her seventh standard. So it was a bit tough for me, but since I was the elder son, I had no other choice. That was the only thing. So I had to be strong. I became strong, and I also had to make my father proud, who wanted to salute me somewhere in the field. Although he's not there, my mother has joined as a compassionate appointee in my father's place, and surely she will be saluting me during my POP. But the hard thing was uh, supporting the family, managing the studies, and working. Some things which even my family is not aware of was that I was giving tuitions in the city of Durgapur while my family was staying at Dhanbad. And I was working as an invigilator on the weekends at a coaching institute because they paid me 300 rupees. And that was the best I got paid back then, because as an invigilator, I got to earn money as well as do my own studies while sitting over there. I worked in a cyber cafe for that also, just to, if not the family, at least manage my own expenses, because after my father passed away, there was no job for 2 years. So it was a bit hectic, to be very honest. But yes, when the determination, when the willpower is strong, nothing can stop anybody. It's not just me. It's not that I'm saying I'm very strong. When the tough situation comes, everybody becomes tough. That's how success comes in life.
Okay. And as you mentioned your father, and I can see him, I can see his picture behind on the wall. I'm sure he must be so proud looking upon you from wherever he is today. And so it must have been, a big responsibility on you, that your father passed away early on, and then you had to look after your family as well. So
Yeah.
while doing all these things, having your family responsibility, what made you focus on the examinations? Because you told me yesterday when we spoke on the phone that you attempted many examinations. So how did you keep your
Yeah.
focus on one particular exam? Because you told me you gave SSC, you gave CDS, CPO, West Bengal exam, RRB, JE, all the exams that you were giving. How did you keep your focus on one?
Sir, I would like to tell you this, that my father was the person who was a Havildar. He joined as a Jawan, and he was the person who told me that I want you to become a commissioned officer or a gazetted officer in the government of India, and I want to salute you. And this is the thing, which was the prime thing that kept me going. Although he is not there, whether he is be able to feel that hopefully I have achieved for him. Apart from that, obviously, being the elder son of the family, there were responsibilities over me since I was staying at Jharkhand, but my college was in West Bengal, that is in Durgapur. It was a bit tough for me to hop from one state to another for college, for tuitions, for family, and everything 4 days a week. So it was a bit hectic, but it's just the determination that I see that kept me going, because I knew that I am meant to be in this place. I cannot fit in any other organization. I cannot do that well. Maybe I'll get there, but this is something that will keep me going. So that is why I handled my responsibilities. I worked at multiple places to at least handle my own expenses. I studied and I kept on going. That's it.
Okay. So did you join any coaching classes right after your college to prepare for CDS?
I had an idea of joining some of the premier coaching institutions of the country, but I did not join. I went to a career counseling institute. They give you a certain guidance, and I thought that this crash course might just help me, because everybody, we all want to have shortcuts in life. We all want to achieve our big goals of life through a shortcut. But it didn't work out well, because my plan was not, my plan didn't, I was not able to execute it well. So I decided, okay, this is not working, this career counseling thing. Although I got good guidance, I got a good idea of the things. After that, I decided, okay, I came across some of the best educating channels online, among which Study IQ was one. I totally relied on Study IQ for the different videos, be it you, Mahipal sir, be it Prashant Dhawan sir, Anirudh sir, Siddhant sir. I followed the materials religiously. I take out time. Like, I believe in proper execution of the 24 hours that you have if you want to achieve big things in life. So that is where I fit in Study IQ as an integral diet of my preparation, and that is how I was able to jump or cross some of the tough hurdles in life particularly the SSB interview, which is a very unconventional way of assessing or checking your capabilities to command the men and women of the Indian Armed Forces.
Okay, so just want to make it clear, and I want to put this message across as well. For cracking the written part of the examination, you did not join any coaching institute. You just went for a career counseling, and after that, you have self-prepared, sitting at your home, and you have used online educational channels, one of which is Study IQ as well.
Mostly.
So, first of all, this message should go through everyone that it is possible to crack any exam if you are diligent enough and if you have the right source material. And it is not necessary to go for offline coachings or even join any institutes where you might have to pay hefty fee. So if Satyabrat can do it, even you can do it. So tell us now about all the examinations that you gave. Even I am confused after receiving your email. I don't even remember what all exams you have cracked. So first of all, tell me all the exams that you gave and till what stage you reached in them.
Okay. So the first examination that I gave in 2018, 3 months after graduating, was CDS 2 2018. And my overall score was really good, but I was not able to qualify the sectional cutoff in GS because GS is quite a bit tough in CDS. And it was tough for me back then. I was not able to clear it. And then I went for the examination of RPF. I was not able to clear that also because I just wanted to have the experience because I was preparing for something big in life. So I went for every exam, and these were the 2 exams that I failed in the year 2018. And after that, in 2019, I cleared each and every exam that I sat for, starting from CDS 1 2019, where I scored 157 marks overall. And I also got call up from the Air Force for the Air Force Academy, which was my first choice. After that, I went on to clear SSC CPO. I cleared SSC CGL prelims. I have cleared RRB JE. That was for CMA. I cleared the prelims of that. I've cleared West Bengal Police sub-inspector exam. Since I told you I like appearing in examinations, I also went for SSC GD for experience. That's it. I cleared that also. Then I again cleared CDS 2 2019. After that, I've also cleared UPSC AC, that is for the post of Assistant Commandant in the CAPFs. And then in 2020, I again cleared CDS 1 2020. And in 2020, I've been recommended from the Services Selection Board for the Indian Army from Selection Center East, Allahabad. I have also been found physically and medically fit for the CAPF, for which I went to Frontier Base in Guwahati. And right now I'm expecting my joining for the Indian Army very soon.
Okay, so that's so great to hear. You have cleared all the hurdles. There are sometimes issues in the medical fitness test, etc. But you have cleared everything. So tell me one thing, while giving CDS, what was your focus on? Especially as you said that you missed the general studies cutoff in your first attempt at the CDS. So what changes did you make in your preparation for the 2019 examination in CDS?
Okay, so this is a very important part of my preparation because I have done graduation in mathematics with honors. So maths was not that big a deal for me. And I was a bit concerned about English, but not that. But GS has always been a weak part for me, always. Like, I still think that I need to work on the GS because we always have areas of improvement in our studies. So that is where I decided that, okay, I need a strategy to come across the various subjects because although CDS was my prime target, I also had tasks like backups, which was UPSC AC exam, which is, if we compare CDS and AC, then the GS paper is a bit tough compared to CDS. So for that, I could not just depend on clearing the 20% cutoff for GS that we have in CDS. I need to have, I needed to have a comprehensive study of the GS. So I decided the time I added newspaper reading in that part. I included the study IQ videos, the GS videos, the GK videos, the current happenings, everyday events. I made that thing an integral part of my studies. And that is how, in a span of just 3 months, I cleared the next CDS and all other exams that I told.
So after clearing the CDS examination, then comes the SSB part, which is considered to be the toughest stage of the exam because hundreds of candidates are called and just 1 or 2 or sometimes even 0 are selected. So how was your SSB experience?
Sir, since I have appeared in SSB interviews at my +2 level when I was just 18 years old and I was not selected. So now I was a repeater and I was going to the SSB after a gap of 4 years. But I was counted as a repeater. So I had to compete with some of the hardcore repeaters who had 10th attempt, 15th attempt, 20 attempts. And I was coming after 4 years. So that was a bit tough for me because I had to be the best, because be it the army, be it the navy, be it the air force, they want you to be at your best if you have decided to come back after so many years. So I prepared well. I worked on my personality development a lot because I knew that SSB is not about your general knowledge. SSB is not about how good your awareness is. It is about how well you know yourself, how well you are aware of your surroundings, and what you want yourself, like what you want from yourself, where you see yourself
Hmm.
doing in the future. So
Hmm.
that is where I focused a lot. I worked very hard, and I was not selected in the SSB of CDS 1 2019, but I got selected in the next attempt for CDS.
Satyavrat, after clearing the written part of the CDS, the next step is SSB, which is considered to be the toughest step in the exam process because hundreds of people are called and only few are selected. Sometimes even zero candidates are selected. How was your SSB experience and
Yeah.
what exactly did you do to prepare for SSB?
Okay, so sir, like almost everybody knows that SSB is one of the toughest selections to become a commissioned officer in the armed forces. And if we go by statistics, the selection rate 0.001%. That makes the process really tough. But the thing about SSB is that SSB is a very unconventional way of testing who you are, what your potential is, how much you are aware of you, your surroundings, and what you want to be in life, where you can be in life. That is what they test you for. So there is no syllabus, there are no books, uh, there is nothing that can make you crack the SSB just by doing all these things. You have to know yourself very, very well. And since I was a repeater, the best thing for me was to introspect myself and realize where I was going wrong, where I need to improve myself, and what are the things that I need to include. And sir, since I'm a person who have failed multiple times in life, who has faced hardships but never gave up, so I believe this thing that I need to really work very, very hard in every sphere. So I started working out. I did physical activities. I started running. I introspected myself. I started to know myself very, very well. Like everything possible that is related to me. I started knowing it to the depth as much as possible. I included reading newspaper. I read the Indian Express for a year, and this year I started reading the Hindu. I was also into watching the different videos from different channels of Study IQ, like be it Prashant Dhawan sir's videos, be it your videos, be it Siddhant sir's videos, Anirudh sir's videos. That gave me an insight to whatever is happening in the country, in my surroundings, and in the at the international level. And to become an officer, you need to be aware of everything that is happening around. So that is what I did. And I also started running since I was before this SSB. I had gone for the physicals and medicals of UPSC assistant commandant, and I was found overweight over there. Although I cleared the physical, I was found overweight. So that was another push for me, that I had to lose a weight. So I started running. I was the person who was not able to run 1 kilometer in even 5 minutes. And now I'm a person who runs 5 kilometers in less than 30 minutes. I have qualified the West Bengal Police running, where I ran 800 meters in 2 minutes 38 seconds. So these all are the things that I had to do to be very serious about these things. And when I started doing these physical activities, when I started running and doing everything, I realized that yes, I was running away from the physical part, and you cannot run away from even a single thing if you want to crack an interview like the SSB interview, that has psychological testing, that has ground testing, that has the personal interview. And I got recommended from the selection center East Allahabad, where I was rejected last time. I went to 14 SSB Allahabad, and I was conferenced out, and I got selected from the same center 4 years later. So it was a big thing for me. And while in the SSB, I enjoyed my SSB thoroughly. Like I was enjoying it, each and every task. This was the biggest difference from my previous attempts, because I knew I am being myself, and somewhere in my head, not just me, my whole batch was aware that okay, this guy is going to clear it. They had that feeling, and even I had that feeling during my stay in the Selection Center, Allahabad, I saw numerous batches coming, getting washed out. None of the candidates getting selected. I heard like there are rumors about Allahabad, that Allahabad is a reject center. This is not true. I want to break this myth that SSB is not something that you cannot achieve, you cannot crack, because I'm a repeater. I have failed multiple times. So I know if you are working in the right direction, if you're following the right resources, and if you are doing everything right, then you can achieve everything you want in life. Nobody can stop you from doing it.
Okay. As you said that there are no books for SSB, there's no direct way of guidance for SSB. So, is there any process that one can go through for how to prepare for interviews that are held during the SSB? I mean, for physical fitness and all, you can still, start getting the advice and you can start with the exercises, etc. But what
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
interviews that are held in SSB? How did you prepare for that?
Okay, so I would like to give every aspirant and whoever is watching this video an insight to the SSB. SSB has three stages of testing. That is, the first stage is the screening, where this OIR test is there, that is Officer Intelligence Rating Test, where you have verbal and non-verbal reasoning tests going on. After that, there is this picture perception and description test, where you have to see a picture, write down your imagination of that picture, that is a story, and then discuss it in group to see that how well you perform as a group. Because becoming an officer is not an individual work, it is not an individual sport. You have to perform as a group, you have to lead them in, you have lives of hundreds of people are there in your hands. So that is where you have to work. You have to be a social person. You have to be a person who can talk to people, who can settle up in any situation, who can gel up well with people. That is where we need to first put ourselves in. That is where we need to work first. We need to talk to people. We need to understand what people say. We need to be a good listener. That is the first thing. Then comes the second stage of testing, where there is psychological test, then there is the ground test, and there is this personal interview. Now, this thing is not available everywhere, but this is something that I have realized and I have applied in myself. SSB is about Manasa, Vacha, and Karmana. These things might sound fancy to a few, but I need to tell you this, that this is the only way one can clear the SSB interview. Because SSB interview is not about how beautiful and how fascinating stories you write, how good sentences you make with the word that comes in the VAT, how well your response is, or if you have responded to all the situations in the psychological testing, or if you are doing all the 10 obstacles in the GTO, your interview is bombastic. There is nothing like that. There has to be a sync. And the sync is that what you think, what you speak, and what you do, these three things need to be in a sync. That is the only way you will be able to project your personality to them, because they are not culling candidates based on who is better and who is worse. They are culling candidates based on who knows himself well and who can be a good leader. And you can be a good leader only if you are aware of yourself. And you can be aware of yourself by introspecting yourself, knowing yourself well, and working in every direction. You feel that I am weak in this direction and I need to work in this. I was weak in GS part, I worked in that. I was weak in physical activities, I worked in that. I was weak in knowing about myself, I was not aware about myself. So I started talking to people, my family, my friends, my teachers, my elders, my colleagues, everywhere. And I realized that okay, these are the places I'm lacking, like I'm lagging. So I need to work in these spheres. And I started work and I cleared it. It was that simple.
Okay. So I think that would be really helpful for the aspirants who are going to appear for SSB in the next cycle. Now, this year, the CDS
Yeah.
exam has all the exams have been a bit disrupted and students are facing a lot of issues about preparation. Uh, till now,
Yeah.
when you didn't get your final selection, were you going to appear for the next CDS as well? And if yes, how did you keep yourself preparing during the lockdown period?
Okay, sir, my SSB was scheduled to be happening in the month of March. Then it was pushed to May, and due to this pandemic, it happened in the month of August. In the meanwhile, CDS 1 2020 results came out. I had appeared in that, so the SSB of that is also coming in. And if I had not been recommended, I would have surely gone for another CDS, because I'm that much determined for this thing, to achieve this thing in life. So what I do is that even if I'm busy in my, be it my work, be it my family responsibilities and other things that I do. The least thing that I did during these things, like I was busy with preparing for the SSB interview. But still, I went for another CDS and I cleared it. How did I do it? Everybody wants to know. How do I do these things? How do any aspirant who clears the exam does it? You need to keep reading newspaper an integral part of your studies. And you need to watch the videos of Prashant Dhawan sir, Mahipal sir, and Anirudh sir on Study IQ. That is the only way you can keep in touch with the events that are happening around you. And that is the only way you can attempt at least 30 to 40% of the GS paper in the CDS, because maths and English are comparatively quite easy.
Okay. Okay. And just for our viewers, I want to tell you this. There are many people who are watching our videos, but we do not know what impact it is having until and unless we get messages from you when you're selected. So yesterday, day before yesterday, we got the email from Satyabrat, and that's how I came to know that he used to watch our videos and he got selected, and now we have contacted him. So it's always a good feeling as a teacher that in the success of the students, we have played a small role, and we are very much thankful for having this job. And I'm sure that many of you will get selected if you keep on working, keep on studying diligently. And with that, we would like to conclude this session, and I would like to wish the very best of everything to Satyabrat. I hope you become a very good officer of the country. You serve the nation with pride, and you have made all of us proud, and you have made your family proud. With that, we would like to take everyone's leave. Thank you everyone for watching this session.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.